increase. MTA currently, it is a very favorable material in the current use. Okay, so as the and probably as the time goes, the importance will increase. MTA currently, it is a very favorable material in the current use. Okay, so as the time goes, probably the number of questions also will increase from this topic. In any case, as of today's scenario also, we say one question per examination from MTA. Okay, one question per AIPG or one question per NEET from mineral trioxide aggregate. This is such an important topic. So for MTA, first to come up with, let's go with the scientist name. Scientist name, Mahmood Torabinajad. So the scientist name involved with MTA is Mahmood Torabinajad. Mahmood Torabinajad in the year 1993. Year 1993, he first comes up with the material called as MTA. He first pioneered the use of MTA. Mahmood Torabinajad, the scientist name is very important over here. Now this MTA got its FDA approval to be used in endodontics in the year 1998. FDA approval in the year 1998. First it was launched in the year 1993. Okay. Now in MTA there are two types of MTA that we are generally using. The MTA that we are using are grey MTA, which was initially launched. Okay, grey MTA which was initially launched, and now majority of MTA that we are using is white MTA. The difference is in the color. Okay, initially launched was grey MTA in the year 1993. Grey MTA was launched in the year 1993. Then because of the aesthetics and all, okay, now we have come up with a white MTA. White MTA was launched in the year 2002. White MTA. So from grey MTA, now we have shifted to using white MTA. Reason, aesthetics. Grey MTA, remember, though it was slightly better than the white MTA, slightly better than the white MTA, but because of the aesthetic reasons, now we are using white MTA nowadays. Majorly grey and white MTA, there is no major difference between the grey and the white MTA. Constituents में major difference नहीं है. Constituents में कौन कौन से constituents में difference आया है grey से white MTA में? Look, white MTA contains around 50% less magnesium oxide, around 50% less aluminium oxide, and also around 90.8% less iron oxide or ferrous oxide. 90.8% less ferrous oxide or iron oxide. And remember, this reduction in ferrous oxide is thought to be the major contributor to the color change. So which is the major contributor to the color change? Color change का main reason क्या है? Main reason is reduction in the percentage or in the amount of the ferrous oxide. Reduction in the amount of ferrous oxide. तो ferrous oxide आपने reduce किया, amount 90% around less ferrous oxide है white MTA में as comparatively to the grey MTA. As comparatively to grey MTA. Now what is this MTA basically? Look, MTA is basically a salt of calcium oxide and silicon dioxide. Main constituents क्या हैं? Calcium oxide and silicon dioxide. That's why in cements को हम calcium silicate cements भी कहते हैं. We also call them as calcium silicate cements. Okay, calcium oxide generally MTA contains 50 to 75% calcium oxide, and average 15 to 25% it comprises of silicon dioxide. So what is the percentage of calcium oxide? 50 to 75%, and 15 to 25% is the silicon dioxide, and then they form dicalcium silicate, tricalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate, and also tetracalcium aluminoferrite. ये 4 products are formed. MTA के constituents क्या हैं? Mainly powder के calcium oxide and silicon dioxide. These are two main constituents. कैल्शियम सिलिकेट सीमेंट्स की कैटेगरी में आता है आपका MT. कैल्शियम सिलिकेट सीमेंट्स की कैटेगरी में और कौन से आते हैं? बायोडेंटीन, it comes to biodentine, and also NEC cement, novel endodontic cement. Novel endodontic cement by the scientist name Asgari. Scientist name Asgari. Biodentine is by the company Septodont, and this MTA is by Dentsply company. MTA is by Dentsply company. MTA can also comes as Pro-Root MTA. Pro-Root MTA. Okay. So Pro-Root MTA आ रहा है और MTA आ रहा है. It means सेम सिमिलर, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है प्रो रूट एमटीए और एमटीए में. नाउ आफ्टर these constituents, let us discuss why MTA which we are using nowadays is such a hit material. It is such a good material. What is the reason behind this? The major reason behind this thing is its sealing ability. Its sealing ability. So when MTA, it goes anywhere in the cavity, root canal, furcal repair, wherever you are going for, the major advantage that it is giving us, its bacteria tight seal, or it has one of the best bacteria tight seal, best sealing ability. Now why its sealing ability is so good? There are two reasons behind its good sealing ability, and the reason is, first reason, MTA is a hydrophilic material. MTA is hydrophilic. जो डेंटीन इज वेट, डेंटीन इज हाइड्रोफिलिक, तो हाइड्रोफिलिक के साथ हाइड्रोफिलिक अच्छे से बॉन्ड करता है. सो बिकॉज योर एमटीए इज हाइड्रोफिलिक, सो इट बॉन्ड्स इजीली टू योर डेंटीन. भाई कंपोजिट आपका हाइड्रोफोबिक होता है तो वो इजीली बॉन्ड नहीं करता आपकी डेंटीन से. आपकी डेंटीन हाइड्रोफिलिक है, हाइड्रोफिलिक ही सब्सटेंस है, अगर जो आप अटैच कर रहे हो इट विल बॉन्ड वेरी इजीली. सो दैट्स व्हाई वन थिंग. सेकंड थिंग, एमटीए इट एक्सपेंड्स while setting. Unlike all other material which shrinks while setting, MTA क्या होता है? MTA it slightly expands while setting, minimal amount में. तो उस expansion की वजह से क्या होता है? If say there is any gap that is present between the dentine wall and the MTA, okay? Say packing थोड़ी कम रह गई, there is slight gap between the MTA and the dentine wall. Now while setting, MTA will expand slightly and that gap will close. So reduce leakage. So improve sealing. है ना? So these are two reasons why MTA it provides you such a good seal, such a good bacteria tight seal. The two reasonings are it is hydrophilic, one thing, and the second thing is it expands while setting. Okay, sealing ability is very good with the MTA. Now comes to one more thing about the pH. pH of MTA and its setting time. pH of MTA and its setting time. These two are important topics जिस पे constantly MCQs आ रहे हैं. Setting time की अगर हम बात करें, setting time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So what is the setting time of MTA? Setting time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. This is for Pro Root MTA. Pro Root MTA setting time 2 hours and 45 minutes. Prolonged setting time है ना, around 3 hours के अराउंड का setting time है. एक और MTA commonly जो यूज में है nowadays is MTA by the company Angelus. MTA Angelus has got the setting time of only 15 minutes. तो आप immediately MTA का एक apical plug बना के या MTA से furcal repair करके you can proceed. Otherwise with Pro Root MTA you have to wait for some time. Okay? It is said that MTA requires a wet environment for around 6 hours. MTA needs a wet environment for around 6 hours to set properly. तो आप क्या करते हैं, आपने MTA का प्लग बनाया, उसके साथ में उसके इंटीमेट कांटेक्ट में साथ में आप एक वेट कॉटन, एक डैम्प कॉटन पैलेट प्लेस कर देते हैं. ओके, MTA नीड्स अ वेट एनवायरनमेंट फॉर अराउंड 6 hours टू सेट प्रॉपर्ली. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अबाउट द सेटिंग टाइम. सेटिंग टाइम इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. नाउ कमिंग टू द pH पार्ट. pH part is again important. pH part पे twice question has already come. Look, the initial pH of MTA is 10.2. Initial pH 10.2. 10.2 pH is at 0 hours or early mix. This pH goes to 12.5 3 hours after mixing, and the pH it comes back to 9.5 after 168 hours or 7 days. So the pH values are at 0 hours or initial mix 10.2, at 3 hours it is 12.5 and 9.5 pH जो final pH attain करते हैं MTA at 168 hours. तो आप लोगों से अभी recently there has been an MCQ that they asked that what is the initial pH. Initial pH पूछा गया था and options were alkaline, highly alkaline, acidic, neutral, ऐसे करके. तो remember the answer will be alkaline. Why alkaline? Look, this 12.5 will be the highly alkaline. So initial pH क्या? Initial pH is 10.2. Okay, probably by alkaline they mean 10.2 and highly alkaline they means 12.5. Highly alkaline हो गया उस केस. So initial pH is alkaline. Initial pH is not neutral, not acidic, not highly alkaline. 12.5 will be the highly alkaline thing. Okay, the initial pH is alkaline. Answer will be alkaline. One more thing, they ask you about the pH value of set MTA. pH value of set MTA. What is the pH of set MTA? Look, this is not a line that is given anywhere in the anywhere in the textbooks that this is the pH value of the set MTA. What is given in the textbook is that what is the pH of MTA, pH initial pH, pH at 3 hours, pH at 168 hours, है ना, and what is the setting time of MTA. ये दोनों चीजें दी हुई हैं टेक्स्ट बुक्स में. प्रोबेबली अब आपको इन दोनों चीजों को रिलेट करते हुए आंसर डिड्यूस करना है. सो फर्स्ट व्हाट इज द pH ऑफ सेट MTA पूछा गया था. तो पहली चीज व्हाट इज द सेटिंग टाइम. सेटिंग टाइम जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया इज 2 hours and 45 minutes. So this is probably the value of 2 hours and 45 minutes where your MTA is set. So they were asking you about the pH around that time. So what is the pH value? Look, I am repeating over here. They ask you what is the pH value of set MTA. जब MTA आपका set होता है उस MTA की pH value क्या है. तो MTA setting time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Say roughly around 3 hours. Okay, roughly around 3 hours. And what is the pH value around 3 hours? 12.5. So pH of set MTA, what will be the answer? The answer will be 12.5. Okay, this is unset. यहाँ पे तो भी सेट ही नहीं हुआ, इनिशियल मिक्स था आपका. सेट कब हो रहा है? अराउंड यू कैन से 3 hours बाद. टू बी स्पेसिफिक इट विल बी 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, so and pH around 3 hours is 12.5. So these two questions they have been already been asked. They have already been asked that what is the pH of set MTA and initial pH जो MTA की होती है. Now coming to compressive strength value. Compressive strength. Compressive strength में two values are given. Compressive strength of MTA is 40 megapascals at 24 hours or 1 day. The compressive strength is 40 megapascals and the compressive strength is 67 to 70 megapascals after 21 days. Both the values might come for the MDS entrance examination, specifically AIMS examination. So both the values are important. Compressive strength of MTA is 40 megapascal at 24 hours and according to Cohen it is 67, according to Engel it is 70 megapascal at 21 days. Okay. Now what is MTA? MTA is basically a white powder. Average particle size is 10 micron. Average particle size is 10 micron. MTA is a powder and this powder is mixed with, remember, sterile water. Distilled water के साथ आप mix करते हैं MTA powder को. Generally it is given in that packet, okay, that sterile water is given along with the powder. Now they have already asked you about the powder liquid ratio. Powder liquid ratio of MTA has already been asked. Okay, so what is the powder liquid ratio of MTA? Remember it is 3 parts of powder mixed with 1 part of liquid which is sterile water. So what is the powder to liquid ratio of MTA? Powder liquid ratio is 3:1. Important है, MCQ आ चुका है. Now when MTA is mixed with sterile water or distilled water, this hydration mechanism results in formation of two products. The products that are formed is, first is calcium hydroxide and the second product that forms is calcium silicate hydrate gel. So two products, hydration mechanism results in formation of two products, calcium hydroxide and calcium silicate hydrate gel, two products formation mixed with sterile water. Now there is a device MTA carrier. MTA carrier करके एक device होता है, like it's like your amalgam carrier. Similar thing, this is an instrument which is meant or supposed to be used for carrying the MTA from the mixing side to the cavity side. Okay, so initially the MTA carrier that was into use was messing gun. Messing gun is an MTA carrier. Nowadays the most common MTA carrier that is used is micro apical placement system. Micro apical placement, also known as MAP system. So MAP system is again used to carry MTA and to place MTA into the cavity for furcal repair, for epexification procedures, for internal external resorption. So what is you are using? You are using MAP system. You are using MAP system. One more important thing about the MTA is its radio opacity. These are all the features of MTA. Abhi we are not going into the clinical side of the MTA. These are all the chemical properties, mechanical properties of the MTA which are important. These all properties are important for MCQ point of view. Clinical abhi discuss karenge. Now coming to the topic, the radio opacity of MTA. Look, MTA ka first used, okay, it was first used was pioneered as root and filling material. सबसे पहले MTA को यूज किया गया था एज ए रूट एंड फिलिंग मटेरियल, एज ए रिट्रोग्रेड फिलिंग मटेरियल. अब रूट एंड फिलिंग मटेरियल से पहले मैं हल्का सा आपको एपिसेक्टमी के बारे में डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे. So there I'm done with the obturation of this tooth. This tooth was not healing. Okay, there was some problem with this tooth. I tried everything and this tooth was not giving me the successful result. Otherwise the tooth seems to me to be absolutely intact. So I thought that it might be a case of an extraradicular infection, or say there is any GP or instrument in the periapical area. So there is a definite indication for episectomy. So I have to go for the episectomy over here, apicoectomy. Okay, we remove apical 3 millimeter part of the root. Apical 3 millimeter part of the root is removed in episectomy. Now look what we are doing in episectomy. Once the obturation is over, I cut 3 millimeter part from the root apex. Now MCQ, they asked, why you cut only 3 millimeter? You could have cut 2 millimeter also. Why you are cutting 3 millimeter only? Now this is according to a study by the scientist named Seung-Guk Kim. There is a textbook of endodontic microsurgery by this same author, Seung-Guk Kim. So Seung-Guk Kim, according to his study, if you cut 1 millimeter from the root apex, you remove somewhere around 50% of the lateral and accessory canals. When you cut 2 millimeter from the root apex, you remove somewhere around 75% of the lateral and accessory canals. But when you cut 3 millimeter from the root apex, you remove 93% of the lateral and 97% of the accessory canals. Remember, accessory, lateral and accessory canal, they are mainly present in the apical 1/3. They are mainly present in the apical 1/3, lateral and accessory canals. Okay? So these lateral and accessory canals at times may play role. They at times may play a role in root canal failures. So when you are going for the surgical procedure, what is your aim? कि ये जो accessory canals है, which may play a role in causing failure in accessory और lateral canals को भी you would like to remove them. So when you want to remove them, आप क्या करते हो? You remove the apical 3 millimeter, because now you are sure that majority of the lateral and the accessory canals, they have been removed. They have been removed. Remember, lateral and accessory canals, they are present mainly in the apical 1/3. अपाइकल 1/3 में ही सबसे ज्यादा होती है आपकी लेटरल और एक्सेसरी कैनाल. तो आप कितना पार्ट रिमूव करते हैं? 3 मिलीमीटर रिमूव करते हैं, बिकॉज 3 मिलीमीटर रिमूव करने पे 93% ऑफ द लेटरल एंड 97% ऑफ द एक्सेसरी कैनाल्स दे आर रिमूव्ड. Okay, so we are done. So we are done with episectomy. We have cut apical 3 millimeter part. Now what we will do, we will prepare a retrograde cavity. Look, orthograde is this manner, and when you are doing it from the root side, it will be called as retrograde. So retrograde, what we are going to do, we are going to prepare a class 1 cavity with a depth of 3 millimeter and fill this with MTA. So we have prepared a retrograde cavity with a depth of 3 millimeter and we fill it with the material MTA, a retrograde class 1 cavity. Okay. So this is called as root end filling or retrograde filling. So what is this? First, what is this apicoectomy or episectomy? You remove the 3 millimeter part. Okay. And what is the root end filling? Root end filling is the retrograde filling. आप पीछे से ये गट्टा पर्चा रिमूव करते हैं using ultrasonic tips. Ultrasonic tips are the best method to remove the गट्टा पर्चा. Okay, so आप retrograde पीछे जो आपको गट्टा पर्चा जरा सा दिख रहा होता है, you just remove them using the ultrasonic tips. 3 मिलीमीटर तक आप रिमूव करते हैं on an average गट्टा पर्चा, and then जो space आपका create हुआ, you fill it with the MTA, Biodentine or NEC cement. Look, for retrograde, till the time MTA was not there in the market, the products that we were using was Super EBA or IRM. Super EBA and IRM are good products to be used as a retrograde filling material. But remember, if MTA is given in the option, then MTA is the best choice. MTA is given in the option, MTA is the best choice. MTA is not given if Biodentine is given, it's same. But MTA और Biodentine नहीं है option में. But Retroplast is given. First mark Retroplast. What is Retroplast? Retroplast is a dual cure composite resin, specifically meant for retrograde filling. specifically meant for retrograde filling. अब अगर retroplast is not again given in option, तो MTA and biodentin are the first choice followed by retroplast. Retroplast भी नहीं है, then go with the super EBA or IRM. Then go with the super EBA or IRM. Now coming to the topic, back to the topic, radioopacity. What is this radioopacity thing? Now I have done the obturation of the central incisor first, and if I want to check thoroughness of my condensation, whether there is any void or whether my root canal is absolutely void free, then what I will do? I will do a post-obturation X-ray. On post-obturation X-ray, if everything is radiopaque, everything is white with no black streaks in between, that means that condensation is good. But if there are some voids, some radiolucencies that I can see in between, that means that the condensation is not thorough. So how I am able to say कि condensation is thorough or not? By whiteness or the radiopacity and radiolucency. For any material which we are going to use in the root canal, it has to have a certain amount of radiopacity. Otherwise, I will not able to get whether I have filled it properly or not. Like gatta parcha, it is intentionally made radiopaque. Sealer is intentionally made radiopaque, so that you can be sure that whether your gatta parcha is there and your sealer is there and it is thoroughly packing. You know, your void will be radiolucent and gatta parcha will be radiopaque. So remember, according to ADA, American Dental Association, any material, similarly in root end fillings also, or retrograde fillings also, should have some minimum radiopacity. Means every material, हर एक material के एक minimum amount of radiopacity has to be there. Otherwise वो material हम पास ही नहीं करेंगे. कम से कम इतना रेडियोपेक तो होना चाहिए ताकि ऑब्जर्वर या डेंटिस्ट जिसने उस मटेरियल को यूज किया है, he or she should be able to deduce finally that whether his condensation is good or not. Otherwise void भी रेडियोल्यूसेंट, आपका मटेरियल भी रेडियोल्यूसेंट, तो डेंटिस्ट को पता ही नहीं चलेगा. So that's why minimum radiopacity criteria ADA, American Dental Association ने they put forward for every root end filling. कोई भी मटेरियल, amalgam, composite, GIC, super EBA, IRM, MTA, biodentin, कोई भी material if you want to use for retrograde filling, they need to pass this minimum radiopacity criteria. And what is this minimum radiopacity criteria? Radiopacity, whenever we are judging it according to aluminium. Aluminium के साथ हम compare करते हैं. Why aluminium के साथ? Radiopacity of aluminium is equal to radiopacity of dentine. मतलब 1 millimeter of aluminium block on an X-ray film will give you same radiopacity as 1 millimeter of dentine. So that's why आप aluminium को as a standard लेकर चलते हैं. 1 millimeter dentine और 1 millimeter aluminium same radiopacity देंगे आपको. Now ADA says that there should be a minimum radiopacity of 3 millimeter of aluminium. Minimum radiopacity of 3 millimeter of aluminium for any material to be used as retrograde filling. Minimum radiopacity of 3 millimeter of aluminium, iska, what does it mean? It means that any material that you are going to use, say X, so radiopacity of 1 millimeter of X dental material should be more than or equal to radiopacity of 3 millimeter aluminium. Means, say you place 1 millimeter of X dental material, whichever dental material you say, on an X-ray film and shoot and check its radiopacity, the whiteness that it is forming on the X-ray film. And you place 3 millimeter block of aluminium, 3 millimeter block of aluminium on an X-ray film and shoot and check its radiopacity, the whiteness that it is giving on the X-ray film. You check its radiopacity. So the radiopacity that is provided by this 1 millimeter of X dental material should be more than or at least equal to which is provided by the 3 millimeter aluminium block. This is the minimum radiopacity criteria. I am repeating, the radiopacity, that whiteness that is provided on the X-ray film by 1 millimeter X dental material should be more than the radiopacity by 3 millimeter aluminium. So this is the ADA specification. What is the minimum radiopacity? 3.3 millimeter aluminium. And what is the radiopacity of MTA? What is the radiopacity of MTA? Radiopacity of MTA is 3.04 millimeter of aluminium. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब हुआ if you place 1 millimeter of MTA on an X-ray film, उसकी radiopacity same आएगी जितनी around 3.04 millimeter aluminium की radiopacity आती है ना? So what is the minimum radiopacity? It is 3 millimeter of aluminium. What is the radiopacity of MTA? It is just clearing the criteria. 3.04. 3 से कम नहीं चलेगा. 3 से कम the material will be failed, okay, for the radio opacity thing. Material will be failed for this radio opacity thing. So let us revise. So let us revise about this MTA topic. जल्दी जल्दी रिवाइज करते हैं. महमूद टोराबिनाजार्ड, इंपॉर्टेंट साइंटिस्ट नेम, ईयर 1993 में ग्रे एमटीए आया था. देन व्हाइट एमटीए बिकॉज ऑफ द एस्थेटिक रीजंस इट वाज लॉन्च इन द ईयर 2002. देन आयरन ऑक्साइड मेजर कंट्रीब्यूटर टू द कलर चेंज. कलर चेंज इज मेजरली बिकॉज ऑफ द आयरन ऑक्साइड. फेरस ऑक्साइड भी कहते हैं. कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड पाउडर में 50 to 75% होता है, एंड सिलिकॉन डाइऑक्साइड 15 to 25% होता है. दे बोथ कंप्राइज अराउंड 90% ऑफ एमटीए पाउडर. दैट्स व्हाई दीज आर आल्सो कॉल्ड एज कैल्शियम सिलिकेट सीमेंट्स. दो एग्जांपल और, बायोडेंटीन एंड NEC. Now MTA, why MTA is such a good material? The reason behind it is its sealing ability, or its bacteria tight or microbes tight sealing ability. And why sealing ability is so good? Because it is hydrophilic and it expands while setting. pH is very important along with the setting time of MTA. MCQs already have come. So setting time is 2 hours and 45 minutes. Remember MTA आ रहा है आपको या pro route MTA आ रहा है. You will mark 2 hours and 45 minutes. Unless they specify you the setting time for MTA Angelus. MTA Angelus का setting time is 15 minutes. If they are asking you setting time of MTA, then mark 2 hours and 45 minutes. If they are asking you setting time of pro route MTA, 2 hours 45 minutes. MTA and pro route MTA are used same synonymously, है ना? Now pH of MTA 10.2 at 0 hours, 12.5 at 3 hours, then 9.5 at 168 hours. So pH is 10.2, which rises to 12.5 3 hours after mixing, and which comes back to 9.5 after 168 hours. Two questions have already come on this topic. Pehla, pH is initial pH is alkaline. It is not highly alkaline. It is alkaline. Second, pH of set MTA पे MCQ आ चुका है. It is 12.5. Compressive strength MCQ may come 40 megapascals at 1 day or 24 hours, and 67 to 70 megapascals at 21 days. MTA is mixed with sterile water. Powder liquid ratio already पूछा जा चुका है. It is 3:1. MTA carrier instrument messing gun was initially used. Now this microapical placement system is very commonly used, though it is a bit costly. MAP system भी कहते हैं इसको. Now why you cut 3 millimeter from the root apex? MCQ आ चुका है. 93% of the lateral and 97% of the accessory canals are removed when you cut 3 millimeter from the root apex. So ये MCQ पूछा जा चुका है already, कितना परसेंट lateral और accessory canals remove होता है. So एपिसेक्टमी में आप अपाइकल 3 मिलीमीटर कंप्लीट रिमूवल, रूट एंड फिलिंग, रिट्रोग्रेड फिलिंग और रूट एंड फिलिंग. 3 मिलीमीटर आप कैविटी बनाते हैं यूजिंग अल्ट्रासोनिक टिप्स. 3 मिलीमीटर रिट्रोग्रेड क्लास 1 कैविटी बनाते हैं यूजिंग अल्ट्रासोनिक टिप्स, एंड यू फिल इट विद MTA. क्लास 1 कैविटी बनाते हैं. देन मिनिमम रेडियो ओपेसिटी. मिनिमम रेडियो ओपेसिटी required is 3 millimeter of aluminium, and what is the minimum radio opacity of MTA? It is 3.04 millimeter of aluminium. Minimum radio opacity required is 3 millimeter, and MTA की कितनी है? Just clearing the criteria, 3.04 millimeter of aluminium. Okay. So now coming to the clinical uses, clinical implications of using the MTA. So wherever there was the use of calcium hydroxide, now we are using MTA. So this MTA can be used for pulp capping. This MTA can be used for pulpotomy. MTA can also be used for internal or external resorption cases. MTA can also be used for, the most important use is furcal perforation repair. MTA can also be used for epexification purposes. MTA can also be used, the first use was as root end filling, so it can be used for retrograde filling also. Also you can obturate with MTA also, obturation, completely obturation also you can go with the MTA. So these are the clinical uses of MTA, clinical uses. अब MTA के रिलेशन में ही there was one question about the one step epexification. One step epexification or MTA epexification. One step epexification or MTA epexification. The question was like this: there is a 15-year-old boy, central incisor, open apex case. So what is the treatment of choice in such a case? 15-year-old, history of trauma, pulpal necrosis, open apex case. You cannot go with the pulpotomy and apexogenesis, no point. Normal obturation with the gutta percha is also not feasible over there. What you would have gone conventionally is calcium hydroxide epexification, conventionally. but MTA epexification is better than the conventional calcium hydroxide epexification. So what we do in conventional calcium hydroxide epexification, say this is an open apex case, history of trauma, pulp exposure within first 24 to 48 hours. 24 to 48 hours. Okay, you can go with the pulpotomy, traumatic injury thi, go with the pulpotomy and epexogenesis. But if the pulp is completely necrosed, then what you will go for? Conventionally, we were going with the calcium hydroxide epexification. So in calcium hydroxide epexification, what we did after doing this access opening and minimal shaping, remember shaping is done by files and cleaning is done by irrigants. Shaping is done by files and cleaning by irrigants. So after doing minimal shaping, open apex से already weak root है ना, roots weak हैं, you will do minimal shaping, thoroughly you will do irrigation, and after this irrigation what you will go for, you will place a slurry mix of calcium hydroxide. Then what will happen eventually, say after 12 to 24 months, there will be a barrier, a hard calcific barrier that will form over here. And now what you can do is, now because your barrier is formed, you can obturate your gutta percha and sealer against this barrier. So all of the calcium hydroxide, the slurry mix of calcium hydroxide, you constantly monitor it radiographically every 3 months. If there is no radiolucency, that means your calcium hydroxide is intact. That means that there is no washout. Of calcium hydroxide. So you recall the patient after again 3 months. Probably a calcific barrier on an average it takes around 12 to 24 months to form. A proper calcific barrier, it requires 12 to 24 months to form. And after the barrier is formed, you remove the calcium hydroxide from the canal completely and you fill whole of the canal with the gutta percha and the sealer in calcium hydroxide epexification. So what are the disadvantages with the calcium hydroxide epexification that we have now come up with the MTA epexification? So the disadvantage, the most commonest one in today's scenario is the patient dropout because of the time that is required for calcium hydroxide epexification. Time required on an average, it requires from somewhere around 1 year to 2 years. Constant follow-up you require. So generally there is a patient dropout during that time. Patient come once, twice, 3 times, but nobody is having so much of time nowadays. Everybody wants it to be fast, you know. So patient dropout is a very common thing with the calcium hydroxide epexification. Second problem, the barrier that forms is incomplete. The barrier that forms over here on X-ray, though it shows that there is a good radiographic barrier that has formed, a radiopaque line that has formed over there at the apical area. Okay, but on the histological or on the microscopic level, that barrier is actually incomplete. This barrier is like some islands of hard connective tissue interspersed with soft connective tissue in between. So this is your radiographic barrier. So what happens while obturation? Your sealer may go into the periradicular space from the spaces in between, or if you are using thermoplastic obturation technique or you are using warm vertical condensation technique, your GP, which is flowable, may go into the periradicular space, causing inflammation. You do not want that. So the barrier formation is incomplete. That is the second problem with the calcium hydroxide epexification. एक तो बहुत टाइम लगता है, ड्रॉप आउट बहुत कॉमन है, फॉलो अप बहुत ज्यादा चाहिए होता है. सेकंड, जो बैरियर बनता भी है इवेंचुअली, इफ इट फॉर्म्स, समटाइम बैरियर डू नॉट फॉर्म, बट इफ द बैरियर इज फॉर्म, इट इज नॉट अ कंप्लीट बैरियर. थर्ड प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? चांसेस ऑफ सर्वाइकल रूट फ्रैक्चर. Chances of cervical root fracture. What is the chances of cervical root fracture? What happens? Look, the root canal wall thickness over here. The root wall thickness over here is this much only. Roots are thin. Roots are comparatively thin. So what happens in calcium hydroxide epexification? You are filling it with a powder. The chamber, whole canal, excess cavity with a powder. That powder is not reinforcing your root from inside. It's almost like a consistency of a talcum powder, calcium hydroxide, है ना? तो वो अंदर से कोई strengthening provide नहीं कर रहा है root को, है ना? अंदर से it is not strengthening the root from inside. What happens in such cases? Most commonest cause of failure during the follow-up period is root fracture. Root इस level पे, cervical level पे fracture हो जाती है. During the follow-up of 1 to 2 years, fracture हो गया, fail, है ना? So these are the 3 problems, main problem with the calcium hydroxide epexification. Now what is the advantage? What is the advantage in MTA epexification? Say the same patient comes to me, okay, I do the access opening, cleaning and shaping, है ना, शेपिंग तो मिनिमल करना है, क्लीनिंग मतलब thoroughly I irrigate with the sodium hypochlorite NaOCl using side vent needles because it is open apex, so I have to be very cautious about the hypo accident. So I do thorough irrigation with the sodium hypochlorite. After that, because it is disinfected now, I will form a 5 millimeter plug or 5 millimeter barrier of MTA. 5 millimeter plug or 5 millimeter barrier of MTA. So what I am going to do in MTA epexification? In MTA epexification, what I am going to do, I am going to form a 5 millimeter barrier. This 5 millimeter of part, 5 millimeter plug भी कहते हैं, 5 millimeter plug भी कहते हैं of MTA. 5 millimeter is good for epexification, for providing you any bacteria tight seal. Rest of the canal I can fill with the GP and the sealer. Rest of the canal. So look over here, the same day the patient comes to me, I did excess opening, cleaning and shaping, and I place a 5 millimeter plug of or barrier of MTA. So epexification is done same day. Okay. Now if I am using a ProRoot MTA, I have to wait for 6 hours. So I will place a wet cotton pellet and I will call the patient next day for the subsequent sittings. Subsequent just a 1 or 2 sitting maximum. Okay. But in such a case I have to wait for 6 hours. But still look, my epexification is complete. Epexification means apical plug formation, apical closure जो वहाँ पे है, that is complete. Now it is not an open apex. So that's why it is called as one step epexification. One step क्योंकि first sitting पे the moment patient comes to me, same day मैंने apical plug बना दिया 5 millimeter. If I am using MTA Angelus, the setting time is only 15 minutes. So I can obturate rest of the canal with the GP and the sealer the same day only. But ProRoot MTA का setting time थोड़ा ज़्यादा है and it requires at least 6 hours to set properly, wet environment. So I would prefer to wait for some time. 6 hours is too much for patient to wait in the OPD. So I will call the patient next day for the subsequent sitting. Okay. So one step epexification. So first thing is the dropout. तो जो dropout का जो time period जो था 1 to 2 years लगता है, multiple sittings लगता है, that is gone. The barrier is complete this time. But this is the barrier that has formed. This is the MTA which is completely set. It is a hard cement now. Now you push any amount of gutta-percha or sealer from this side, this can never pass the set MTA. So the barrier that forms is complete. It is a complete barrier. No chances of your GP or sealer to go into the periradicular space. Now, after you have formed a 5 millimeter barrier of MTA, what we do? Some part of the canal, say next 3 to 4 millimeters, you obturate with the gutta-percha and the sealer. After you obturate with the gutta-percha and the sealer, I will go below the ACJ or cemento enamel junction and fill this whole part with composite. Now this composite that I am filling over here, it will help or it will provide some reinforcement to the root. From inside. But your composite is a hard material. It's set. Micromechanical level पे bond कर रहा है वो आपकी root dentin के साथ. So it will strengthen your root from inside. So chances of cervical root fracture will reduce. Chances of fracture. भी cervical level पे आपका root dentin तो है नहीं. Root dentin आपका epexification में बनेगा भी नहीं, है ना? So root dentin जो weak है उसको strengthen करने के लिए what you can do? You can inside से you can fill it with the composite. So second day I call the patient. I did some remaining 2 to 3 millimeter part. I obturate with the gutta-percha and the sealer, and below the cervical line I will try to go at least 3 to 4 millimeter below the cervical line, and I will obturate this whole part with the composite. Excess cavity so definitely with composite, but I will try to go below the ACJ, below the amylocemental junction or cemento enamel junction. I will do a composite restoration. This composite will provide a strength, okay, to the root. So these are the advantages with the MTA epexification that is there. That the dropout is gone, that the barrier is complete, and cervical root fracture chances are definitely less chances of fracture. Remember, this MTA book says it is osteoconductive material. It is osteoconductive. You know, it is osteoinductive, conductive and all. Then on some other books they say it is both osteoconductive and also osteoinductive and also cementogenic. Osteoinductive, osteoconductive and also cementogenic. It induces both pro-inflammatory and also anti-inflammatory cytokines, expression of both anti-inflammatory cytokines expression. Okay, so this also helps in regulation of the bone formation. MTA also helps in bone formation. MTA, remember, when you obturate the canal with the MTA, always there will be a ideal healing. there will be ideal healing. What is ideal healing? Ideal healing पे आप लोगों को already MCQ आ चुका है. Deposition of cementum at the apex. Deposition of cementum at the apex is the ideal healing. So whenever you obturate the canal with the MTA, there will be a ideal healing. मतलब when I obturate with MTA, so this part over here, cementum will form across or on this MTA. So deposition of cementum at the apex. Deposition of cementum across the MTA. Okay, पूरा MTA के ऊपर there will be cementum. Cementum. This is not the thing that is seen in the gutta percha and the sealer. With the gutta percha and the sealer, if you obturate the canal, say 20-30% or 50% time, you will have the deposition of the cementum at the apex. Not a consistent finding. But when you obturate with MTA, MTA आपके पेरियापिकल टिश्यू से टच में है, यहाँ पे consistently root apex के along आपका cementum deposition होगा. And that deposition of cementum is the ideal healing, जिसको हम कहते हैं. Ideal healing. ठीक है, ये MCQ ऑलरेडी आपसे पूछा जा चुका है. वन मोर थिंग MCQ में पूछा जा चुका है कि ये जो MTA जो आपने प्लग बनाया, वंस दिस प्लग इज फॉर्म, अब फाइनल ऑब्जर्वेशन में आप क्या करेंगे? You remove this whole MTA from the canal and replace it with the GP and the sealer, or you partially remove it and replace it with the GP and the sealer, or this MTA becomes a part of the root canal filling. So remember ये एक MCQ आ चुका था कि once your obturation, once you are done, so what happens to that MTA? Remember it is not like the calcium hydroxide epexification, in which एक बार calcium hydroxide का work is over, then whole of the calcium hydroxide is removed from the canal. It is removed from the canal. No, the MTA that you form, remember the MTA that you forms in MTA epexification, the plug that you prepare, it forms an integral part. It forms an integral part of the root canal filling. It forms an integral part of the root canal filling. मतलब MTA को आप देखो रिमूव नहीं कर रहे हो कैनाल से. कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड में आपने क्या किया, एक बार उसका पर्पस ओवर हो गया, आपने पूरा उसको आपने इरिगेट करके कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड रिमूव कर दिया, आपका बैरियर बन गया था, हार्ड कैल्सिफिक बैरियर बन गया. बट MTA को जो आपने बैरियर बनाया 5 मिलीमीटर का, नाउ सम पार्ट ऑफ योर कैनाल 5 millimeter by MTA, say 3 millimeter by GP and the sealer, rest by composite. So this MTA forms an integral part of the root canal filling. MTA forms an integral part of the root canal filling. So this is also MCQ that has been asked. Ideal healing, again an MCQ that has been asked already. One step epexification में पूछा गया था कि what is an ideal treatment option for an open apex? So ideal is one step epexification. One step epexification is an ideal thing. So let us revise this topic. These are the clinical uses of MTA. Clinical uses आप लोगों को पता होने चाहिए MTA के. आज की डेट में MTA is one of the most favorite or one of the most favorable material that you can think of, है ना. तो one step calcium hydroxide epexification और MTA epexification के बीच के जो differences हैं, what are the advantages? Remember calcium hydroxide epexification में जो barrier बनता है, जो hard barrier बनता है calcium hydroxide epexification में, जो calcific barrier बन रहा है, remember the calcium, it comes from blood. This MCQ has been asked already, that in that calcific barrier, calcium hydroxide epexification, the calcium part, okay, the calcium comes from blood. It does not come from calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide only provides the alkalinity. Calcium hydroxide only provides an alkaline, a bacteria-free environment, alkaline environment. तो जो hard calcific barrier बनता है, उसमें calcium कहाँ से आता है? It comes from blood. It comes from blood, okay. And this process is called as anachoresis. Anachoresis. This is called as anachoresis. तो ये सारी चीजें आप लोगों को पता होनी चाहिए. कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड एपेक्सिफिकेशन में क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस थी कंपैरेटिवली टू MTA एपेक्सिफिकेशन. इस पे हम आ गए. MTA एपेक्सिफिकेशन आल्सो नोन एज वन स्टेप एपेक्सिफिकेशन भी कहते हैं. कैल्शियम कम्स फ्रॉम ब्लड. ये MCQ आ चुका है आप लोगों को ऑलरेडी. Remember MTA is conductive, osteoinductive and also cementogenic. It induces the expression of the pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory cytokines, है ना. एक OCR जीन भी होता है that is there with the bone formation, उसका एक्सप्रेशन भी इंड्यूस करवाता है ये MTA. आइडियल हीलिंग पे आप लोगों से MCQ पूछा जा चुका है. आइडियल हीलिंग इज नॉट डिपोजिशन ऑफ डेंटिन, नॉट बोन एट द एपेक्स, इट इज डिपोजिशन ऑफ cementum at the apex is ideally heal हुआ है. अगर आइडियल हीलिंग की हम बात करें, MTA रिमेंबर जो आप रूट कैनाल जो आप यूज करते हैं, MTA प्लग जो आप बनाते हैं, फॉर्म्स एन इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ द रूट कैनाल फिलिंग. इट फॉर्म्स एन इंटीग्रल पार्ट, तो उसको आप रिमूव नहीं करते हैं कैनाल से, वो वहीं रहता है. एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द कैनाल यू फिल विद द gutta percha and the sealer and followed by that composite. So I hope these are all the important topics about important questions about the MTA. They all are clear. Thank you.